Well, hi everyone. I'm John Ritlin with my review of AEW Dynamite. Sports-based wrestling is what we got tonight. Bullshit. If it's going to be sports-based wrestling, if this is what sports-based wrestling is, then you know what? Just stop. Just stop saying that you're going to be this. Stop at the rankings and just be a car crash show. There's nothing wrong with having fun. There's nothing wrong with having matches that are just flip-de-doo-dah shit and all this stuff. And wrestlers are going out there and doing a lot of moves with no psychology and everything. But I see that on indies. If you got a huge budget, you should try to put some cohesion together. And they really didn't do that. So I don't really care how shredded I get in the comments, because if any of this comedy was on WWE programming, it would get rightfully killed. And guess what? It should get rightfully killed here too, because bad comedy is bad comedy regardless of what company it is, it is included in. Regardless of what company is doing it. If New Japan did stuff like this, I'd fucking kill it. If NWA did stuff like this, I would be amazed actually. But this show is a mixed bag, and a lot of the shit outweighed any of the good. There was some good, and I'll get to that. Recaps of Double or Nothing in the inner circle or outside of a moving truck with some bootleg shirts. Well, some shirts that said Stadium Stampede Champions, but they didn't win the Stadium Stampede match at Double or Nothing. And Ortiz is suddenly yelling about a guy named Carlos, but not Colon. Nobody got stabbed in the shower, and no cover-up happened. And Carlos Colon and Jose Gonzalez will burn in hell for what they did. And hopefully they do. Carlos Colon is in the Hall of Fame. Bruiser Brody should be in the Hall of Fame. And hopefully he maybe gets inducted one day. Anyway, you know what? Enough of that. This segment was just not good comedy. Sammy tried to make it work. He's still on crutches after that One Wing Angel and all that shit. But it just, whatever. Then we start off with the Elite. And Omega and Paige suddenly go back to the hotel room because Paige wants to drink. So the Bucks are there, and Matt Hardy's also there. He's Damascus or whatever, and then he's the Hardy Boys version of Matt Hardy. And then he goes back even further to all delete Matt Hardy, or goes forward. I'm not sure. Was this the Omega version of Matt Hardy? What is going on? Because Matt and the Bucks never really got to team up. They got to work together, but never really team up, at least on any kind of mainstream program that I'm aware of, and they got to take on Private Party and Joey Janela. So they got to take on Private Party and an idiot, because I don't like Joey Janela, and I don't think he's a good wrestler. Alright, so, flip-de-doo-dah shit, and that's all it was. Janela is rotten. Quen got hurt. I hope Quen is okay. There seem to be a lot of injuries happening, and I really hope that he's alright. I feel bad for Britt Baker. Don't worry, I'll get to that. And the Bucks attack Butcher and the Blade at ringside. Blade is now, Butcher rather, is suddenly blonde. And Nick seemed to hurt himself on a move, so I hope he's alright, because it seemed like this match was just a car crash mentality, and they didn't really care what they did. Matt Hardy does a moonsault on 3 guys, and the referee pins and everything. Legal men didn't matter in this match. Just say it's Tornado rules or Lucha rules. Just say that, because then we can throw the rules out the window and everybody can just be in the ring. Otherwise, it's not a tag match. It's just the referee looking like an idiot. Why is the ref there? Just have the wrestlers count their own pins. Wait, this isn't 2000s WCW. And then we get more bang for your buck for 3. Matt Hardy has to help cover because he was a legal guy. Like, that suddenly mattered. And then the Butcher and the Blade attack the Bucks. And suddenly, in a pickup truck, Dax and Cash, FTR, the former Revival, arrive. Hooray! They're in AEW. If they're happy, good. Let's be happy for them. They put up with a lot of shit in WWE. WWE did give them some tag title reigns in exchange. There's blame on both sides for how things went, but you know what? If they're happy with where they're going, good for them. They attack Butcher and the Blade after teasing attacking the Bucks. They hit what was the Shatter Machine. I'm going to call the Creative Killer. That's what I'm going to call it for now, and I don't know what they're fucking calling it. So, that match wasn't very good. I know some people may like it, and that's fine. So we have Jon Moxley joining commentary for Brian Cage with Taz versus Lee Johnson. And Lee Johnson gets destroyed and hit with the drill claw for 3. Taz will never have a neck, and he will never make sense. He barely made sense here. He was a pretty good talker in the 90s, but no, he hypes up Cage versus Mox at Fyter Fest. Beat him if you can, survive if he lets you. Yeah, what's old is new again. That's the theme of this show. What's old is new again. And new in the broadest quotations possible. Look, Cage versus Mox may be fine. It actually might not be that bad. Fyter Fest will probably be taking place at Daly's place as well. It's supposed to take place in the UK, but we know why it's not taking place. It's unfortunate. I would like to have heard what a UK audience would do with an AEW show, and we may get that either later this year or sometime next year. UK fans are super passionate. I feel bad for them missing out on this show. So, rules of being a role model. So Britt Baker's in a wheelchair. I guess apparently she has a broken tibia in that stupid spot that happened last week. And Shivani tries not to crack at all. I mean, and he doesn't do a very good job because, and I love Shivani. I'm just saying, you can tell that he was enjoying this, but he was trying not to crack on camera. Britt's in a wheelchair. Rebel, or I forget what they're actually calling her now, but Rebel from what was TNA. And the rules: don't hurt the role model. And talk about Statlander, you being an alien is a crock of shit, and then talk about Aubrey Edwards being to blame for all the injuries that she suffered, even called her Madam Aubrey Edwards, but conjures up a whole bunch of stuff that we're not going to get into. Aubrey Edwards is awesome, by the way. If you haven't had a chance to meet her, please do. Once AEW starts running live events and doing, or live tapings and does there, and has meet and greets. If you get a chance to meet Aubrey, she really is super awesome and the best wrestling referee going today. That isn't named Red Shoes. I would say she's 1 and he's 1A. And then Britt says she'll be back at All Out. That is good news, because originally it was thought to be a torn ACL, which would have kept her out for a long time. So, the action figure plug. They look terrible. Action figures traditionally do look terrible. Good on AEW. They already got a deal, and I'm happy for the guys, and I hope they get women, and I hope they get a really good cut. But they just don't look very good. So, shut your ass, fathead, is what Jericho said to Marvez. And then Orange Cassidy wanders during this Inner Circle promo, and he said, did he just do that? They're going to kill him. They didn't do a very good job. I'll get to that here later. Hikaru Shida versus Christy Haynes. 1. I like Hikaru Shida. Christy Haynes, I like the look. If she can back it up in the ring, she actually had some pretty good moves here, and also showed some personality. She'd be a good signing for AEW. Especially once things get rolling, because they need to add some more women to the women's division. Because sure as fuck, they don't want Brandy back in the ring. Holy Sheeta chant. The match was fine. Actually had some pretty good exchanges. I want to quote a couple lines though that JR said. She's a handsome lady. Okay, whatever. Whatever. That's neither here nor there. I think Christy has a nice upside. She goes down good too when she got, hit by a move by Sheeta. JR, I know your thirst is unquestionable, or unquenchable also, and unquestionable, but goddamn, JR, please, for the love of fucking Christ, JR, come on, man, come on. If you're not going to give a shit about the women's matches, just check out and have Excalibur and Shivani call them, please. Just stop doing that. Just stop. Just at least show that you care, because there is a sea of shit in AEW. I admit that. There's a ton of shit in WWE. There's a ton of shit all over. You have to take the bad with the good in any company, but my God, the women are actually trying. They're actually trying to do some shit. And you can like AEW or you cannot. Let's try to be civil, in all honesty, especially in the comments. Let's try to be civil. I know it's difficult sometimes on some videos, but let's try to be civil. But JR is just being fucking stupid here. And then Omega and Page, by the way, Sheeta wins. The match is good. Especially for a squash match. And I think Haynes has a bright future. And then Omega and Page are in the hotel. We can't hear what they're saying during the break. Maybe you could on the Fight TV feed. I don't know. Brandy and Allie in the audience. Allie is really distracting in that red dress. Brandy is going to get on the show one way or another. QT is distracted by Allie biting into his apple. Wait. Maybe I didn't mean it like that. Cody is cutting an interview, cutting a promo in the ring, talking about, I don't think I'm welcome back in Connecticut. We get it, Cody. You're not happy with how things went in WWE, and I get it. And he should be upset with not being featured better. Time to let it go, man. Time to let it go. And same with WWE taking shots. Time to let that shit go. I'm not saying, there were shots taken all the goddamn time in the Monday Night Wars, and at times it got annoying. At times it was good. Kind of time to go on that. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on what you're doing and less on what they're doing. He just briefly mentioned it, but still, it's really? He talks his history, makes a Tom Brady analogy that didn't work at all, and says he is going to do the TNT Open Challenge defenses every week. Hey, you know what? Cool. He's going to do that, and he's probably going to lose the championship in a few months, or maybe a month. And who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Kip Sabian and Jimmy Havoc with Penelope Ford versus Kazarian and Scorpio Sky. I met them and Christopher Daniels when SCU showed up at a Defy Northwest Wrestling show last January, and they were really awesome. Great trio. Got to have a picture with all three of them. They were very, very awesome guys and super talented. The winner gets a shot. The winning team gets a shot at Page and Omega next week because Best Friends already have their tag title shot at Fyter Fest at the end of June. I think it's June 29th. So the match was good. It did go a little bit too long. So Jimmy hits a Michinoku driver after a drop kick from Kip, and he pulls back so much that his shoulders were down for the pin. And I love Jimmy Havoc, but it's just like I know what he was trying to do, but it's just, I'm like, if they went with, that way, you could have had it where it was a double pin. It was really odd, but is what it is. Match good, Kip and Havoc. Hey, if they win the tag titles next week, it'd be great. They won't. It'll be Paige and Omega against best friends, but it is what it is. MJF promo. Someone in the AEW office doesn't like me. Teases facing Cody and everything, and Wardlow says something because he's like, Wardlow knows what to do when he gets down to the final two. And he says, bro, nothing. He got in his face. And he teases just long enough where he's like, I'm just kidding. Ooh, I like that. That was a little subtle thing. MJF, I like him more than I don't. He's great to boo, but I at least like this. Now let's get to the TNT title opportunity, the championship title opportunity battle royal. That's what they said. Championship title opportunity. Just say title shot, for the love of God. Just say title shot. I mean, if you want to move on from shot, okay, just say, I don't know. Come up with something else or whatever. Just say number one contenders match. Just something. Anyway, MJF, Colt Cabana, Billy Gunn, or just Billy. Luchasaurus, Marco Stunt's in this, so automatically this match is bullshit. Sonny Kiss, who I don't mind. Hey, at least Sonny Kiss got on Dynamite. I've been saying he should get on Dynamite. Jungle Boy, Luther, the Japanese deathmatch legend himself. Who the fuck cares? Bald Gangrel, Brandon Cutler, Peter Avalon, Christopher Daniels. Orange Cassidy was going to come out and do this. They had already started the match, and oh yeah, Inner Circle attacks from the earlier promo thing, and they take him back. Well, Santana and Ortiz attack him. But then he shows up later. Luther died on a chokeslam to the outside. I hope he's okay, by the way, because that looked really bad. Sonny Kiss then gets eliminated. MJF beats him up afterwards. Okay, so JR says, what a lovely couple. We have some parting gifts for them. Like, Sonny and Luther, we will see you at the prom. JR, if you don't give a shit about the talent, just fucking admit it. Just fucking admit it, you out of touch goddamn hick. Fucking Christ. I give JR a whole lot of leeway, but my God, he has been bitter for the last 10 goddamn years, and it's just embarrassing to watch JR constantly fuck up because he just doesn't care. I think he's trying to get fired at this point. I really think he is. And he even said, talking about Sonny Kiss or whatever, it's like she's hitting some really good moves. Or something to that effect. I'm like, oh boy, JR wanting to be problematic again. Just at the very least problematic. I'll let you decide in the comments. But then Marco eliminates Christopher Daniels, so that's a wrap on Christopher Daniels' career. And I mean, if Christopher Daniels happens to be watching this, hi, first of all, but that's just not good. He got Curry Man over, but it's just Marco's stunt. Being involved in the ring is goddamn embarrassing. And people can disagree, that's fine. The comment box is there, but you guys are allowed to like him if you want. I had to see him in an indie show, and it was embarrassing to watch him get any shots. The fact that he's not on the other side of the guardrail among fans, that's where he should be. He should not be competitive in a goddamn ring. Then Wardlow eliminates Stunt. Good. Keep him out of the goddamn ring. MJF then gets eliminated. Wardlow gets gone because Cassidy gets back in, and we get all this happening. Cassidy and Jungle Boy wins. Thank fucking Christ. Because if Orange Cassidy won, you might as well have taken the TNT Championship and thrown it in the trash. So, Cody, the winner faces Cody next week. Jungle Boy faces Cody next week. Paige and Omega versus Sabian and Havoc. Jericho in action next week. Moxley and Cage at Fyter Fest. Let's tear this up. Let's finish this up really quick. Few cheerleaders, few that look like they wanted to be there, few that look like they'd rather be anywhere else. Inner Circle rally. Hager wanted it to be a Trump rally. Why was Vicky there? Why was Vicky being a cheerleader? Oh, wait, she also thought it was a Trump rally. So then we go to Jericho saying, like 5 sexy phoenixes, we will rise up again. We get gifts and shit, participation trophies. This would be killed in any other promotion. This was dumb. It seemed like they were having fun, but it was dumb. Hager basically threatened to murder people because he wanted to get in the fans' homes and kill them. That's basically what he said. Jericho then referencing Mike Tyson punching him on Raw in 2010, and we get a pull apart between Tyson's posse and the Inner Circle and Jericho and Tyson, and they're trying to recreate the Tyson-Austin thing. Okay, what's old is new again, but here's the thing. This is fucking stupid. I'm sorry. This is dumb. I got nothing against Mike Tyson, making appearances. Don't put him in a match. Don't do this shit. It's probably going to happen at Fyter Fest. I don't know who this is for. I don't know. I'm out of fucking energy. I'm just out of fucking energy for AEW because I want to like it so much more than I do. And there are some episodes that are fucking great because they hit all the right notes, even with the bad stuff. This is one of those episodes where they didn't. And if they're going to insist on putting... And Orange Cassidy, sorry, I don't care how much people like the gimmick. I don't. I think it's stupid. You guys can like it. Stunt's an embarrassment, and there are some people that should be involved in the ring more than, Stunt, like, period. He's fucking rotten. So that's all I'm going to say right there. This wasn't a very good episode, even though there was some good stuff, and I hope Jungle Boy and Cody have a good match next week. Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.